I set the deadline on Tuesday, right? They gave me to it on Thursday.
What?
Yeah, bro, no, then the cher scold me. The cher legit scream at me.
Are you dealing with a toxic groupmate? This is the Senang podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our pilot episode of the Senang podcast. My name is Joel, and together with me are Jay.
What's good?
Kate.
Hello.
And JY.
Hello.
And today's topic is going to be about how to deal with toxic groupmates. Alright? So, guys, how are y'all doing?
I'm doing fine.
Doing great.
Doing great.
Yeah. Okay, you.
I'm alive.
You're alive. So, like, y'all ever met with like this type of like toxic roommates before?
I think one is in school projects. Because during Sec 2, like, you do a lot of projects for humanities. So mine was geography, right? Then there was just one guy who just didn't do any work at all. He just didn't give a shit, if I have to say. But then any teacher was like doing nothing. Because he also didn't care.
What do you do to like communicate with him? You know, because like I'm pretty sure like working with like people like this is very hard also. Right?
We did try a lot of things, right? We went to the teacher and asked him to tell him that this is a part of our grade. So if he doesn't do anything, like our grade.
Oh
yeah,
shit! Great, dude. Wow, that's very jialat.
Yeah, it was damn jialat. But I mean, like, at least then he did it. Cause when we tell Cher, then the Cher say he don't want to listen, then he go tell DM.
Wait, he go and tell the DM?
Yeah. First, like, the Cher let him off with a deal. He said, if you don't do your work, I won't call your parents. Then obviously he didn't want his parents called, ma. Yeah, but then like after a while he never do again. So the Cher just gave up and just go to the DM because he cannot call the parents. The parents were uncontactable at that time.
Jay, you like?
Yeah, for me, I don't really have like toxic to say, but we got like people who are uncooperative, like they don't do stuff. So it happened to me when I was in Sec 3. So I was like assistant company sergeant major of NCC, right? And then one of my batchmates, right, this guy named, we'll name him like Andy. Okay? So this guy named Andy, right, he doesn't like really do anything. So what happened was like one day we had a lot of stuff to like plan and it was a very packed schedule. So obviously everyone was stressed. But then this guy, okay, NCC at the time was really chill, okay? But when you're a specialist, right, which is like the Sec 3, you can like go into our NCC room and you can take the mess tin, take the Maggi mee and start cooking noodle. So this guy, right, had this smart idea, right? Halfway through our training, right, we need to do our PT test. He's the IC of the entire thing. He decided to go and take Maggi mee and start cooking, you know. And then we were wondering where the guy go.
What?
Yeah, bro. We were all like waiting outside like this place to like do our PT test. And then we're like, hey, where's the PTIC? And no one knew where he went.
So he was just like in his own world, like doing his own thing.
Yeah, he was cooking the Maggi mee outside our NCC room.
Actually, joker.
Wow.
How do you get yourself to do that?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? So I asked all my like platoon sergeant to do warm up, right? So I can go and find the guy. And I found him outside eating Maggi mee, you know. I got so pissed, right? I shout so loud, right? Then like all my officer and stuff. Then I the one officer look at me, he just like showed me a thumbs up. I was so confused.
So that day you got promoted.
No, I just shot damn loud, like damn loud until the guy was like, oh shit. You know, he wasn't even his PT kid. He was like in some school uniform.
I just don't get it. Like, what is his thought process behind it, right? How do you like in CCA then suddenly like, oh shit, I'm hungry. Let me just like go and make something.
No, I was damn pissed. I was like, what are you doing?
How do you feel yourself to do that? That's like so weird.
Anyways, if you're wondering, it was Tom Yum. After I scored him, right, he started listening more. Then future trainings, he actually paid attention to what I'm saying.
That's good.
I guess takeaway is like, it was very hard for me. I think it's very hard for everyone to like shout at your own batchmate. Because you don't feel like you have the authority to do that. But like sometimes, if you're a CCA leader, you need to know your place. Like where you are in the hierarchy. If not you cave in, and then like everyone can just take advantage of you.
That's true.
Then there are like some people who just don't care about the hierarchy at all.
No, these people are exist, and you can't do anything about them. But then like for those your close friends, because I was like close friends with the guy, he's a nice guy. He just doesn't put in effort for NCC, that kind. But he's one of the important people. Like he's in my exco. So sometimes you just need to know when you step in and like assert your dominance.
Okay, what about you?
I mean, no, okay, so in my secondary school, my group mates were all like pretty chill. Maybe they're slacking a bit, but that's because like really all young people. Then they're just jokers. They just clown around. It's just very fun to do projects with most of the people in my school. I don't know, it's like comparing my experiences with my own unit in my own school to like other units. My unit is like very 乖巧 and we don't want CCA and all that. But I hear like a lot of people from other schools want CCA, come up with like stupid excuses. And I was like, oh, okay.
It happens in a lot of schools also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it also happens in mine a lot. Funny thing is, he also skip, not the juniors. It is worse
Okay lah.
than juniors.
Yeah, I mean, okay, my batch got this theory lah. Like after you reach NC, right, you go training, right, you learn nothing anymore. So like it gets boring, I think. It's usually why people like don't come to CCA.
Yeah, I think I just like sian because we're doing this shit like
They
all over
already got
again.
their rank, so they don't care.
No, it's not that. It's like you become like the leader of the batch, right? You're not the one like who has to go and sit down there and like learn, and like it's very easy to learn. You have to be like teaching or like scolding people. It's very tiring lah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you know, I think I'm like that toxic groupmate, yeah.
You're the toxic group mate. Wait, why?
Yeah, how was your
No,
experience?
Wait, why? Why are you?
Like not in CCA context, like, because CCA of course I mean, like I put in my effort lah, but then like, other than that it's just like
You just don't put in any
I
effort.
think I'm the one. I think like when it comes to like my academics, right?
You
I couldn't give a like really.
学渣 bro, 学渣 right here.
I mean like that time I really like don't care. Like really very sian. Cause like in my mind all I think about is CCA. Cause I didn't invest in CCA. Then it's like then after that I just like I thought I got like all like academics like can one lah, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
CCA.
Yeah, definitely.
Biggest mistake of my entire life. I swear, I remember like all the time I doing group projects, right? Like social studies. Then you know sometimes like during science lessons also they ask you to like draw like mind maps and shit. Then after you need to work with like a group. Like all those group activities, right? I just use my phone. Like I don't like then like every time they like teacher like, oh Joel, so you want to share for a group what happened? Then after I just stand up, then I just like keep quiet while then I'm like, huh? Like a bit blow. I mean,
Egg blur.
no, it's not
Just
I act blood, it's
time.
legit I don't know what's going on because I didn't participate inside the discussion process, so I don't know what's going on. So
I think those kinds okay, but great projects is no. Is a no.
so I guess you could say once upon a time I was like a
No.
toxic roommate. Yeah, but okay, which brings me to another question. Like, how do you guys like identify toxic roommates?
Mine
Normally
happens to be
it's
eating Maggie mee.
normally it's those who push their work to others.
What kind of What do you mean? No. Like,
Oh my god.
like what would like trigger y'all and be like when you're working together in a group, right? And then you suddenly be like, oh shit, like this person is like those kind of people. You know what I mean?
I think one for me is like if you dare to just push everything to another person, right, I think you're definitely toxic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my CCA is full of people who does that. So it's like, okay, cause I'm the head of food drill, right? I have to come up with. Normally, I just come up with topics of food drills that needs to be taught, whether it's urgent or not. And sometimes there's recap also. Then, right towards the end, right, what I did was I just planned the lesson plan, choose the lecturers, everything. I just tell the lecturers, oh, okay, go teach. That's it. But I do everything behind the scenes.
But do you think it would be better if they like, let's say you give them like own time on target, then like let them settle themselves?
The
to
thing
do,
is,
like-
if I give them own time on target, right, they're gonna give me on Wednesday, but I need it by Tuesday.
Like you set the deadline out, but you just tell them to like make sure you get this done. Like, do you think that's a better way to do it, or like do you feel that?
I did tell it before. I set the deadline on Tuesday, right, they gave me to it on Thursday.
What?
Yeah, bro, no, then the just scold me. The legit scream at me. What did I do so wrong?
What did I do so?
Extending the deadline.
I didn't even extend the deadline. No, I purposely go put Tuesday 23:59 hours. They sent me a Thursday 23:59 hour.
Wow, sick.
maybe the day start with T also, right?
I
Feels right.
No, they're looking at different time zones.
Different time zone, bro. 2 days
Bro.
time zone at what? Live in where, bro?
2 days time zone.
Can't be that bad, right?
And then one guy said sorry to me because the other one wasn't doing anything. Then he was then busy also. I was like, why you never tell me? Then he said I don't want to trouble you. And then I was like, you troubled me more.
I mean, like, everybody learns, right? It's their learning point.
Yeah, and then I was like, just don't do that again, please, thanks. Yeah, that just made the other guy not have an art lecture of Fuji anymore. And make sure you go to first aid there.
Then, like, how do you all, like, communicate with, like, toxic groupmates, eh? Like, you see them just, like, doing their own shit, right? And then, like, you and your friends are putting most of the effort. Like, do you just, like, ignore them? Or do you, like, try to, like, forcefully get them into the conversation to make them, like, participate?
In my own personal experience, forcing won't get there anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, right, okay, this happened to me during, like, project work, lah. So, like, there's this guy who, like, doesn't do much during the group. He doesn't even, like, participate in discussion, although, like, his A-level grade hangs on it, lah. Usually, my other group members who, like, they get pissed, lah. I mean, understandably. So, they, like, be scoring outright, lah. But, like, I feel like that doesn't work. So, what I did was, I just, like, privately messaged him. And, like, it's, like, because when people are, like, toxic and, like, they don't contribute, right, I feel like it's because they don't know how, and like they just don't want to do stuff, lah. So what I did was, like, I made small little things for him to do so that he can, like, slowly step up, lah. And I don't know if it worked, but, like, he's at least doing, like, his part now.
Yeah, you're, like, helping him, like, to make sure that people don't see that, like, he's, like, completely doing nothing, right? Wow, that's damn nice of you, already.
No, but it's like I try and build him up. So, like, I give him small thing, like, oh, can you help me edit the slides? Like, and then the next part is like, oh, can you, like, look through this, look through that, and then, like, give comments, stuff like that, lah.
Sure.
Just help them start small and, like, become big.
Like, so, like, most of y'all here are, like, from JC, right? Does that happen most of the time when you are doing, like, your PW?
Like, they explicitly said they made every group equal, so every group has a slacker.
I mean, that's equal, at least.
But to be honest, right, you cannot, like, completely eliminate them, right? So, like, you just, like, balance them out.
I'm not in a JC, so I don't know how it works, but to me, if I get a slacker, normally I will just let the teacher handle it. Like, I'll just tell the teacher, hey, this person is slacking. After that, I'll just go to the things that I'm supposed to do.
Okay. You?
I mean, for me, usually there will be some other more motivated people. So they'll, like, get the group together and actually do stuff. And somehow we're just able to fix all the slacking.
Are you one of the motivated people?
Kinda. I mean, in my own PW group, everyone is quite good. So that's not an issue. But back in secondary school, I guess so.
Yeah. I can't really, guys. Really. I mean, it's good to hear from you also, because, like, you know, we are all from, like, different schools, and, like, the way we work is, like, I think most of the time, like, it's, like, very different, you know. Like, personally, I'm from IT, right? Group work, I mean, we hardly do group work now, because, like, heightened alert, then, like, only him 2 people.
Oh, yeah?
But, I mean, for us, it's not, like, I guess, like, it's different in a way, like, how to say, like, I think it's more of, like, you want to do, you do, you don't do, then don't do, you know what I mean? So, for me, I mean, like, for me and my friends, it's like that, yeah. But at the end of the day, like, we also get shit done. So, like, not really complaining, yeah. So, which brings us to the next question, okay? Like, what are some ways, right, to help somebody that you know, like, you know, they, like, have, you know how you have, or, like, you have friends that, like, went to you about their, like, groupmates.
Yeah.
Like, how do you advise them to handle, like, this type of toxic, like, groupmates? Like, if they ask you, they, like, approach you for help, like, wow, this guy, what? He don't do anything wrong, you know, like, then, like, bro, help me, like, please, or what can I do, like, you know?
I think the first thing I would say is just approach teacher. It's the best option for you. I think in JC, right, Because it's part of their A level. Just say hey, it's part of your A level. Unless you want end up in the streets, then go ahead.
Okay, honestly, it doesn't matter. If the person don't do it, right, even A levels, you don't do one. Trust me.
Then don't do lor. Too bad lor.
Only 10 RP, right?
Only 10 RP, you know. Like they're planning to go engineering course already.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's the thing. I just say there's a low barrier for entry, okay?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, yeah, it's true.
Like they like heck care, like I going like this low RP course. Like why should I put in so much effort? Then it gets so annoying.
Imagine if their subjects just get all fail. Then they
Yeah. No, the worst part is right, there's like barely any incentives to do work for PW. The thing is right, in Singapore, right, it's almost like 100% A's and B's.
What?
PW?
Yeah.
That
for
high?
PW. Yeah, no, because they moderate until like that. I don't know why. Is
it-
I only know one school which has C's, and that's CJC. They have 99% A and B rate.
Then it means it's quite easy to score in it.
I mean, like, is it like bell curve?
No.
That is
That's kind of a bell curve. The thing is like, it's like A's, like obviously you need A lah to get like to go like net school or whatever. So like like B is like pretty much what half of Singapore is gonna get.
Wow, that's
So like you put in effort, don't put in effort, right, you're still gonna get a B almost all the time.
Yeah.
what?
So that's why there's like no incentive to do work. It's kind of rigged.
Hey, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I mean, like, wow, that's quite insane. Now that I like hear about it. Then it's like those that like just freeload from it also like benefit from it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
bro.
think
Do you think that's a very big issue?
you can say.
But like, I also don't know like, on the teacher's end, right, like how do you like grade these kind of things? Right? It's like because it's
Okay.
group work, right?
Yeah, no lah. There's like multiple components. One of them is like this thing called WR, called written report. That one is like group points, so
Personal.
everyone get equal points.
This is the group component.
Then there's the one called oral presentation. That one is individual, but there's also a group component.
Like, they see whether your group can work nicely and have a good flow for your presentation. That is sort of the group's grade.
Yeah. And then the other one is INR, called insights and reflection. That one is completely individual.
So there's also like individual components. Wow.
Yeah, but the individual component is 10%. OP is
10%.
OP is like
50.
yeah 50,
51.
51, but then like half like some part of it is group. I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, it's around there. lah.
It's still like it's still kind of weird.
I think like in
It's
secondary
very,
school-
very big. It's
I
very, very big.
don't understand, but I think if I was I just I think I'll be like pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why some people get very pissed off, you know.
I mean like yeah lah. I mean like imagine like your friends are doing all the work, then like this guy just like like doing his
This guy just
shit.
ghosting, don't know what he doing.
And then like at the end of the day, you all get like almost the same grade. Right? That's
Yeah, bro.
frustrating.
My
man.
child was like very funny. She was like, imagine the slacker in your group, right, gets an A, then you get a B. Cause that's possible.
Oh,
I was like, for a moment, I was like, huh?
Yeah, because like they grade that way, right?
Yeah.
90% and above, dude. That's super high. That's super high.
Yeah, bro.
Honestly, right, maybe for the more 严重 cases, you could get the teacher to file irregular.
Oh yeah, you can.
But
But
to-
that one is like extra.
Yeah.
Very
but you go will you go up to that extent though?
Oh, the group's doing that.
It's
Already.
very bad.
Like if you feel that like
It's very
it's really like not like well deserved. Like will you go to that extent of like actually like asking a teacher to file for that like irregularity of like the marking?
I think it's highly possible.
No. But irregularity is during the mission. It's not after you get your results.
Yeah.
So if the person in question that you're filing the report on, right, is like really severely impeding the group's progress, then you can talk to the teacher and I guess the teacher will advise you like if you're able to still carry on without that person, then go ahead. If not, then they'll have to do something about it.
I think they'll moderate your score out. That's all. Right?
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah. So like, if you feel like your grade is at risk, then like you can just moderate it out.
Moderate. Wait, moderate as in like what?
Like if you're B,
Yeah,
like let's say you're B close to A, then they'll push it up.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. But if they do that, do you think like it's justified really? Like
I mean, you get your grade, it's good. But obviously, you have to go through like 1 year of like being angry on this guy. What can you do?
yeah,
It's technically 2 years because you're gonna spend J2.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
No, my group already agreed to just like break ties with each other.
You'll have to work with him again. Then after you just like, what the hell?
I mean, if y'all can agree on this type of thing, it's also like not a bad thing. Because these are like long-term things, not like short-term. I mean, like y'all are giving me very good advice, because like I've yet to like actually like have like a graded group project to do. Yeah, but it's happening like this sem, cause in new sem. Like last sem, like all my work, right, it's not even like group project, it's more like individual. And like first sem I thought like can slack. Wow, then in the end I regret, so like wow, my GPA is so shit. So like it's really like a wake up call, then like y'all give me very good advice, cause like this sem like need to do some like group like pair project also.
I remember you
So,
told me at like the beginning of my Sec 4, you said just study hard.
Yeah, I just study hard. Like that's what I regretted in Sec 4, like.
I mean, I did study very hard. Yeah.
Cause my Sec 4, I slack like easily more than half of the year. Then I only like my prelims was like my A-level prelims was like 27 eh.
Oh, that's quite bad.
27 eh. Then I'm like shit.
That was your
What am I
prelims,
doing? I was like playing like Valorant every single day. Then I'm like, what am I doing? Then I'm like, oh my god, like like so bad. Then after that, like I wake up already, then like every day like full on like study, like don't care, like live or die, just like keep like flipping the books like every day until N levels, bro. Then like also like yeah, then I also get like a few friends to like help me, cause like they study very well. Then like help me with my other things cause like art, I'm an art student. Then like there's a lot of boards you need to do, right? Then I like no time to finish it. Then I'm like shit, how? Then like I couldn't even get the plan face out. I didn't even know what to draw, Like I don't have like any ideas in my mind. I was so blank. Like I was just like so focused on like improving my grades. Then like everything else is just like blank. Yeah, then after that, eventually N levels, right? Like my effort did pay off lah. I got 17 lah. Yeah, it made me like got me into like ITE also. But at least I'm at higher NITEC.
Yeah.
Which was my aim, actually. Which was my aim. So I was very happy with like what I did. But then again, it's super clutch. Don't recommend it at all.
Yeah.
Super clutch. It's super high risk. It's
6 months for national exam.
Yeah, then like this shit is happening again. Because I thought like tertiary education was I slack more, you know what I mean? Then like then my first sem oh shit. Here we go again.
Hey Joel, I ask you,
What?
GPA can buy chicken rice or not?
I also talk about it.
Oh no. Was that what you said?
Okay, wait, what? Anyway.
Was that what you said, bro?
But anyway, on the bright side, right, things are working out now. I'm focusing more in class. Maybe not a lot of notes, like trying to clutch it again. Hopefully.
GPA can buy chicken rice.
Oh my god. Okay, you don't ask this type of question, we're on podcast, I'm allow you. Okay, so I guess like it kind of like sums up this episode already. I think we have like give a lot of like group pointers.
Yes, sir.
We have give a lot of insight, like all the different educations here, like different streams, everything. So it's very universal, very general. Plus, can like hopefully it can help like our viewers watching this. I mean, listening to this, and like yeah, that's about it, right? So like, thank you guys for watching. Like and tuning into our podcast, right? If you enjoy what you hear today, do follow us on Instagram, which is called ug.rojak. Okay, and also join our Discord server if you haven't. Right? We host events, right, occasionally, but it's like it's gonna be very run out soon, right? like especially during the Christmas period and like the Chinese New Year period. Okay.
There'll definitely be more coming.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. Hope you have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.